In 3, 2, 1. You know, I really don't know why I do the countdown at this point, because, like, we're not trying to sync anything anymore. It just
syncs itself. Well,
Yeah.
it gives me mental time to prepare.
Okay, that's fair.
And it feels more professional. Like, really professional.
Do that fucking on purpose, dick. Okay. 3, 2.
Sorry. I amused myself too much.
3, 2, 1. Start recording in case we're funny. Yeah, we're not funny.
No. We're funny when the mics are off, though.
I know. I just saw your dog go past, so you're fine.
That's cool.
She still exists. How's things going with said dog?
She's calmed down a lot, but she's still a dog.
Yeah.
I like her enough. I'd be like, if she ran away, I'd be like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I can see that.
And of course, you know, Catherine, the 10-year-old, is all, I'm going to do all this stuff for her. Hasn't done shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, within a week, just
Not
stop.
even a week. The first time she had to pick up a German Shepherd's shit outside,
Yeah.
like she's like, this is too much. I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? Like,
Right?
It's not like a little cat duty. It's like a grown man.
Okay. Okay, so House of the Dragon, which is what you were asking me about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so aside from the fact that it's 200 years before the setting of the previous one, and that the only things that are different is that, you know, the Red Keep and the fucking giant sept are still there. Everything else is basically the same. Same families with different members.
Yeah.
Same language, same everything. So it's like, okay, so it's 200 years prior and nothing about the world has changed, which we know in like 20 years fucking dialect changes. Yeah. So that's one thing.
That would annoy me.
But the big issue is there's absolutely nothing to like in the show. Like, you have a good king who's clearly set up in the fucking Ned Stark style, so you know by season's end he's going to lose his head.
Yeah.
Then you have the a guy who's just like a grown-up version of Joffrey. No impulse control and is prone to violence. So clearly he's going to take the throne from everyone else. And then we're going to spend 7 seasons watching someone finally depose him in bloody style so they can take the Iron Throne. Which doesn't even matter because it's a prequel, so we know what happens to this family and the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
Why are we supposed to care about this?
Yeah. 200.
Yeah. It's like
That's exactly kind of what I thought was going to happen.
It's just enough of a prequel that you can't have any of the previous characters in it, but it's not enough of a prequel that it's so distant, anything that happens doesn't feel like it's still influencing the show that we've already watched and know what will happen.
Yeah.
Like, there was the previous one, I don't remember what it was called, but it was Fire and Blood or something, the pilot they filmed and then never showed.
Oh, yeah,
But it was set like 1,000 years before. That feels like it could have actually been far enough distant. Like, you watch, or you play Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, that's...
4,000 years in the past, doesn't matter what happens, we can just get involved in the story.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, even though the technology thing's still kind of the same, it's like, technology hasn't changed.
That. It hasn't changed in 4,000 years, which says a lot more about how, like decrepit this entire corner of the world, the universe is. But I guess, you know, you want your iconography of Star Wars, because otherwise it wouldn't feel like Star Wars. Yeah. Still, it's dumb. Anyway. All right, we ready for this next one? We're doing... You want to do Addams Family, or you want to do Hulk?
Like the Chevy Chase Fletch?
Have you seen the new trailer for Fletch?
No.
You should go... Before we talk about it, you should go watch the new trailer for Fletch.
Minisode?
So the thing is, when I watched the trailer the first time, it feels like the trailer is trying to be a Chevy Chase Fletch trailer. But clearly, if you go back and watch it again, it's the editing of the trailer. But this is a darker film that just still has his sarcastic character in there from the books. Yeah. So I think tonally the trailer is off, but I think the movie's going to be okay.
It has Knives Out vibes.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
I also love John Hamm, so...
John Hamm, who's not playing Chevy Chase's version of the character. He's doing his own thing.
Which, I've only read one of the books.
I didn't read any of
them. And
it
was okay.
I mean, I will admit that the second Fletch movie killed any interest I had in the Fletch series, so...
I'm surprised. The first one was okay.
First one was good for what it was. It peters out a little at the end.
Yeah, well, it's like any 80s comedy like that. Yeah. Where it's just like, how are we going to end this?
Yeah.
Let's put a gopher in a golf course.
Yeah, but then they decided to, like, do a sequel that wasn't based on any of the books, and was just trash.
Yeah, because the first one's watchable.
First one's watchable. It is fine. But anyway, I'm interested in... Excuse me. I'm interested in the new one, just for the sake of Fletch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. And John Hamm.
Yeah. The hammiest of hams. We need him on the podcast so we can just do ham on rye. Like, drink whiskey and hang out with John Hamm.
Oh, that's some rye wine somewhere.
Yeah, ham on rye. It'd be great.
That's a great podcast
Isn't
name.
it? Yeah.
We should change our names.
But neither of us are named Ham.
Well, that's an easy $500.
My wife would kill me if I started drinking.
Rebecca Ham. We don't have to drink. We could just pour the glass. Rye's real. Like, I have gastric reflux, so like I can't drink it anyway. But Becky Ham. Mike Ham.
That's terrible.
Mike Ham actually sounds kind of cool, though.
Mike Ham sounds like a lawyer.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Mike Ham, attorney at law.
I bring the meat. Now I sound like a porn star.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Lawyer, porn star, no difference.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Anyway, all right, you ready? Join with me in the booth this week is, of course,
Josh Schaefer.
I have to edit that part out a little. Like, that was too long a pause, you dick.
I counted to 10, but then I forgot 7, so I had to start over.
Anyway, She-Hulk.
Shulk.
But I mean, at least we know at least one comic book nerd from back at the comic book store that is going to be all over buying all the She-Hulk material.
I miss Charlie. If you're listening to this, Charlie, we need to hang. We should have had him as a guest. He would have probably been able to talk more on the comic book TV show mesh.
Hey, can I call you back in 5? I'm finishing up a podcast. Okay, bye. J.K. Rowling first, just because fucking Harry Potter bullshit, I guess.
I found out that thing also...
Which thing?
I researched it more.
Yeah?
And he stepped off of the project a year
Who,
ago.
what?
The dude who was an alt-right guy who was in charge of making that game.
Oh, yeah. But still, I mean, it's there or whatever. Yeah.
We can still talk about it.
Okay. Anyway, Lord of the Rings. Did you actually watch any of the Amazon series?
I have time to.
It's fine. It's boring. It's continuing to be boring.
I've read enough reviews that I can pretend I've watched it.
That's fair. This week we're going to be talking about Lord of the Rings, which is relevant which is relevant because we have the new Amazon TV show. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
PG.
It makes perfect sense when you actually think. All right.
My cat bit me. I'm sorry.
Anyway, your racist rant though was related to actually current politics and not just elves. You were talking about the people that hate the different colors.
Oh yeah.
Go with
All right.
that.
Sorry. I was like, what are you talking?
So I know it's in the outtakes, and this is going to be out of order, unless I just put this in the outtakes.
Ooh.
But work this time and not be stupid. Thank you, Adobe. Very good.
I love Peachy's meow because it sounds like a death screech. She's still learning how to talk.
She's old.
We don't know how old she is. We took her to the vet, and the vet said 49. And that was a couple years ago when we first got her.
It's got to be closer to 9 at this point, because, yeah.
So that's a pretty big age gap. She's like, well, she was a runt, and she's missing a leg. I was like...
How does missing a leg affect her age? What the fuck?
We don't go to that vet anymore.
I would say so. There was the Get Smart movie with fucking
was that wasn't Army Hammer? No,
this comedian from The
Steve
Office.
Carell.
Thank you. There was the Get Smart movie from the head of the Suicide Squad. What's her face?
Amanda. No,
Waller. Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
Thank you. The name just eluded my brain. Amanda Waller. She the same DC because she's played by the same person. Viola Davis.
Yeah,
Is that who it was?
I think it was Viola Davis. Okay. I can't remember.
God, I hope I didn't just name the wrong black woman. Thank you. Let's edit that out, please. Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller.
Pretty sure I just did a white guy thing. And then you backed me up on it.
No, it was Viola Davis.
It is?
Well,
thank God.
I thought it was Viola Davis too, but then like you said, are you sure? And I was like,
Anyway, so Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Speaking of What We Do in the Shadows, though, oh, that's way too fucking loud. Why is that? Oh, is that better? There, that's better. Look at that. Hey. Speaking of What We Do in the Shadows, though, did you know that that was based on a short film from 10 years earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't known that.
I can't find the short film anywhere, though.
It's on YouTube. It's
is it?
Shit. Oh, hold on. It's on YouTube and it's in shit quality, but it's also apparently on at least one of the DVDs that was put out of the movie. It's like a special feature on there.
Huh. I'll have to check my copy.
Yeah, I don't know which version I have, but if I don't have the one that has it, I need to go get it.
I
Because
have
the YouTube one I tried to watch, and it's grainy as fuck.
I have the newest one because it's my fourth copy because I keep letting people borrow it.
And they never get it back because it's too good.
Never bring it back.
Yeah, that's why I don't like
But
movies.
I can't be mad at it because it's only like $6 to buy new. So.
It doesn't have a huge following. Like, it only has, which is surprising to me, a 70% viewership rating on
the movie?
IMDb. Yeah, like, people on IMDb are just like, this movie isn't that great. I'm like, what fucking movie are you watching?
I'm glad that the TV show has a pretty big fan base, so.
I'm sad for all the people on the podcast that couldn't see the incredulous look on your face from
Oh, yeah. I'll do it again. Like, I'm not a big fan of the mockumentary genre,
no.
but it hit all the...
Well, because it does it just right. It's like Spinal Tap in that respect.
Yeah.
It's so ludicrously over the top, but the characters are so seriously on point that, like, it works on both levels.
Look, you can poke them. Really?
The movie sold me almost immediately when he the prissy vampire, I can't remember his name, Iago?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that might be the youngest one. Yeah. It doesn't matter. He's wandering around the house, waking up all the other vampires, and he opens up Vladislav's door, and it's like the whole Dracula on the wall thing for a second. I laughed so fucking hard at that.
Yeah, and I love the part where the IT guy in the movie, they didn't tell him he was in the movie. So, like, all of his reactions, like, are more or less genuine. Yeah. And he didn't realize he was, like, one of the main characters. He's just some random dude.
And, like, the shows that have come off of it are pretty good, but, man, that original movie is so perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the TV shows are a little more heightened.
Yeah. It's a little bit more...
Purposely for, like wink at the fourth wall kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but, I don't know. I'm just glad that Matt Berry's Laszlo's finally getting the recognition he deserves.
I mean, Matt Berry is great.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I struggled to go back and watch the It Crowd again, he's fucking hilarious on it. Yeah. His like loud voice delivery on everything. It's so ridiculous.
Like, and Josette and I were actually talking about this a couple of days ago where we were talking about like our favorite episode of anything like ever.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like my new favorite episode where I could just watch on repeat is the What We Do in the Shadows episode where he moves to Arizona as Jackie Daytona. It's just I didn't realize that was Mark Hamill until the very end of the episode. But just the ridiculousness, like he puts the toothpick in his mouth. It's like, who are you? It's like, get the fuck out of my house.
Wow, you peaked the hell out. I think you're way too loud. It's fine.
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
Anyway,
I can talk about What We Do in the Shadows. Well, we could have a What We Do in the Shadows podcast.
just weekly. Just
weekly.
This is what happened in the shadows. Ooh, what happened in the shadows? That's our podcast.
If you are here for the hit Hulu series, you will sorely be disappointed.
We could go over the short film and then the movie, and then we could start doing weekly ones on both What We Do in the Shadows and Wellington Paranormal.
Is that still on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it's. Well, I mean, it at least has 4 seasons on HBO Max.
Yeah, I've watched all those.
I don't know if there's more coming, but I know that we at least have 4 seasons.
I love that show too. It's so dumb.
I mean, we could do a weekly podcast for like 2 years just on the material we have. So,
food for thought. Ooh. I like it.
What happened in the shadows?
What happened in the shadows?
That's trademark.
It's a verbal trademark.
That's ours.
That's someone who took half of a semester in business law. That's a binding contract. Speaking of Star Trek, you can edit this out if you want. Did you hear their new announcement?
Which one?
Next show.
Yeah.
Star Trek Defiant.
I thought that was a comic.
Damn it. It was in the show? Dang it.
No, it's a comic.
Dang it. I'm all excited. I mean, I'll still read it because I like the Defiant.
Yeah,
So,
I saw the cast of characters that are going to be on there. It's Worf and Ro Laren and Lore and someone
Lore,
else.
yeah.
And I'm like, this seems like a cast of characters we don't have anything tied up with right now. Let's just smash them together and see what happens. I don't know about
that was
that.
a show. Dang it.
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
I'm
never
still
mind.
bitter about Worf losing his wife. Like, I will never be forgiven.
Ah,
Right? I feel for him on that. That was a plot development that didn't need to happen. They should just renewed her contract.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they kept a stupid ass kid around.
Yeah. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, podcast for shit. I guess somehow I just forgot the name of the podcast. So the new trailer for Wednesday is out.
Yeah.
Which we bitched about the previous one. I felt like we needed to touch upon this at least in an outtake. Doesn't look much better, but doesn't look as bad.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
Like it's still missing something, but I feel like the first trailer did a disservice to the overall tone.
Yes. The one thing I liked about the trailer was the fact that the girl they cast for Wednesday, at least she feels like she's in the role.
Yeah.
There's that line near the end of the trailer where it's just the teacher's like, "How are you girls doing?" And Wednesday's like, "My roommate is smothering me with kindness. I plan to return the favor in her sleep." And just the delivery of the line is perfectly Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like she's substituting the roommate in for what she would do to Pugsley.
Yeah.
And it works well.
Yeah.
The rest of it has its own way. Although, as much as I hear that Fred Armisen is an absolute shitheel in real life, and like bad on set, or especially around women. This is just rumors I'm hearing.
Yeah.
He did nail the classic TV fester.
Yeah.
So
I haven't heard that about him personally. So.
it's in the AV Club comments section. So I'm weighing it with a grain of salt, but I don't want to just straight up ignore the rumor, especially in the Me Too era. You know.
Yeah.
So
I'll have to look into that.
yeah, it's something for everyone out there to go do some research about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, I want to mention something, though, and this is just its own thing. Asgard is dead.
Yes.
Where the fuck is the afterlife set? I mean, Valhalla, I thought was a section of Asgard.
I thought it was one of, because
Is it a different plane?
I think so, because like when they were talking about the planes, I thought Valhalla was above Asgard.
Because I thought it was like one way or the other. Like,
Well, because the whole point of Ragnarok is when Asgard is destroyed, everyone goes to Valhalla, right?
no. Because
everyone dies.
everyone dies. Like, you
Yeah.
get to go to Valhalla until Ragnarok happens, and then you die again.
Yeah.
So, because I could swear one was within the other or something. Because, like, I thought Odin oversaw Valhalla from within Asgard or the other way around or something. I don't
I
know.
don't know enough about Viking mythology.
Hall of the Slain, it's just a hall. I think this is one of those confusing things, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Valhalla is just a hall. It's not a whole plane of existence. I feel like the movie rewrote that because they wanted the afterlife to exist. But, like, everything was supposed to get destroyed with Ragnarok. And it didn't. So it's very weird.
I thought they had that whole thing where it's like Asgard's not a place, it's a people, so
Well, but that's just a saying, okay? That's the thing you put on the welcome sign on the highway into New Asgard, okay?
yeah.
It's like Virginia is for lovers. Okay, sure, but, like, does that mean
is
you
it,
can't be
though?
a lover anywhere else? Or, like,
Just Virginia. Any marriage certificate outside the Commonwealth of Virginia is not a thing.
the state has declared it's the only one for lovers, okay?
I mean, not to get political, but do you think the right would support that decision because that's the state's right, right?
Probably. I mean,
like-
it's like if you were to physically lift Pennsylvania out because it's the Keystone State, the rest of the country crumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you blow up Indiana, the crossroads of America won't exist anymore.
No, you just can't cross America anymore. That's just how that works. Yeah.
Which is wild because like that's Indiana's slogan, Crossroads of America. It's like we're not even good enough to stay in. We're just
you just drive across us. Yeah.
it's just
Bye.
enjoy our soybeans.
New Asgard. No, I'm sorry. I was getting too deep on the mythology there, but that's fine.
I never got. It's not because I didn't like it, but I just
Yeah.
never really read about it.
I did enough mythology things that it's like now that I'm starting to think about it, I'm like going, wait a sec.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be its own plane of existence, but I could be wrong on that. Anyway, well, I guess since we're not actually getting to it as a full podcast then, the Community movie has been announced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for it.
am too.
And Dan Harmon said he thinks that he can get Childish Gambino back. Or
Donald Glover. Yeah. Well, it's not a movie. It's not a proper Community if Troy's not there.
Yeah.
I liked the last half of 5th and all of 6th season for what it is.
Yeah.
But the magic was missing.
Yeah.
Troy and Abed together made it.
Yeah. And you don't have Laverne either. Not Laverne.
She's going to come back.
Is she?
I thought she was.
Oh. Yvette, was it Yvette Nicole Brown?
Yeah, Yvette Nicole Brown. Like, the only one that he's trying to get that hasn't been confirmed yet is Donald Glover. Because he's not trying to get Chevy Chase back.
Yeah, well, I think he said in an interview that he thinks it's illegal for Chevy Chase to go into the
He's
sets.
probably barred from the sets now, yeah. Fired with prejudice.
Yeah, well, I mean, he caused Donald Glover to leave.
Yeah. No, I agree. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the "and a movie." That would be
And a movie?
It better be the fucking subtitle or the actual title.
I'm sure it is.
"And a movie," the Community movie.
Because like no one's really doing anything anymore except for Donald Glover.
No, that's not true. I mean, Alison Brie is in films.
I meant like committed projects.
Well,
like,
but films are committed projects for actors.
That's true. Because
Like-
I haven't seen.
Danny Pudi's going to be in something with the actress who plays Britta.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're going to be doing something again together. The only one who doesn't really do anything is Chevy Chase,
Yeah,
for good reason.
I feel like I haven't seen. I'm spacing on his name.
Joel McHale?
Yeah, Joel McHale and stuff.
He did the Joel McHale show with Joel McHale, which
Yeah.
I liked.
It
But
was
that was
good.
like 3 or 4 seasons ago, and
Yeah,
then it was
the-
canceled
it was
because
the
it was
soup.
Netflix. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
the soup,
light.
but not the soup. Yeah, I don't know what he's done lately,
Yeah, he
but
showed up in an one of the new X-Files episodes.
I mean, it could be that thing though that he did so much TV back in the day that he
Yeah.
could just hang out with his kids and live off his cash.
Which is what I would do.
Yeah.
And also, have you seen the trailer for the new Blockbuster show?
I did. I feel like they got the ambiance of the place right. I don't feel like the writing is right.
I don't know. I'm gonna hold off because it's by the same guys who did Brooklyn Nine-Nine in Superstore.
It could just be a bad trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm willing to give credit. Like, there's a couple line deliveries that were really good, but a lot of it feels really hokey.
Yeah, because was it Randall Park?
Yeah.
And
Melissa Fumero.
which I love both of those actors. So
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, it didn't hit the way I wanted to. But it could just be that it was a bad trailer.
yeah, I was real excited for it until the very end when it was like Netflix. I was like,
Yep, gonna get canceled. Just count on it. Yep,
yeah, but yeah, I'm excited for both.
both of those.
Both of them.
God, there were some other trailers that came out recently. Not just Wednesday, but there was a trailer for like the new trailer for Titans came out. Trailer I use very loosely because it's just a hand rising out of blood, and you're like, "Yay, Ra's al Ghul!" And then it cuts to the logo. I'm like, "That was
it.
literally it."
Oh,
The Doom Patrol trailer though was fucking hilarious.
I like Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol is such a good show, and it's like as the new trailer with the whole cast of dancing cannibalistic butts shows.
Yeah.
They haven't lost their charm.
No,
It's a show committed to being as weird as fucking possible.
that's what Warner Brothers needs though.
Yeah,
Until it's canceled.
yeah. Which I think I've heard that it's going to be its last season for
heard
both
that
that
too.
and for Titans.
I'm just glad that Brendan Fraser is finally coming back.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him.